animals.
Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 5.5 Legs Virtual Cigar Lounge here at Coast Cigar, 2420 Government Street, in beautiful Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Real tired of
That's where they say
Mississippi. I'm joined by my other two co-hosts, Bones and Mort, and we're here to bring you an hour of wonderful excitement, I think, right?
Yeah, right.
Well, cigar lounge banter.
Yeah, that's exciting.
But before we get started,
we got started, but while we're started,
the winner of our 100th episode
giveaway
was John Parker. The box is here for him, but he works nights. He only has Sundays and Monday nights off, so he'll be here sometime during the game Monday night to pick it up.
Oh, cool.
Yep. He's like, I won something. How'd I do that?
Nice.
What'd I win? I never win anything.
I think he's going to be really surprised.
And
that's a hell of a box.
The next biggest block of news is the fact that Michigan's got COVID and they are not playing Ohio State this weekend.
I called it 3 weeks ago.
You did?
I did.
Yeah, he said we talked about that.
So that means Ohio State ain't playing another game?
Unless another Big Ten team.
And we already discussed that the last time. They're not going to do it, right?
Well, they would, but they're all scheduled to play.
They're all scheduled to play. So unless another team calls and says we can't play because of COVID, then
you got a couple of days to get that.
The conference turns around and says, okay, then you're going to play Indiana.
Okay.
They got to go by at least Thursday because they got to get players there. They got to get equipment there. They got to get.
Well, you know what happened the last time they tried to get equipment there, right?
Well, for them.
Yeah.
But for the team coming in.
Yeah, they'll send it to Chicago and they'll be playing New Orleans.
Yeah, they'll be Kansas City. Yeah.
So,
fucking Michigan.
Who do we got on? Anybody joining this yet? Bones?
Let's see. We got 8 comments ready. Jeez, look at that.
We like to switch up seats on
there
as well. Kevin,
Kerr,
how you doing? Ronnie,
Pam.
Kerr.
Got a lot of people up in there.
Pam's a friend of mine I met at
Pam, how you doing?
Beach,
okay.
That lives next door to Andy with her husband.
Kerr,
they're Mississippi State fans.
On purpose?
Yeah. He's even got a whole golf cart covered and painted. Kevin's on, Ronnie's on, and StreamYard's on.
StreamYard's on. Hey, how about that?
Hey, StreamYard.
Ronnie's got a good show going tonight at 7:30.
Okay.
God, I'm trying to remember who's on.
People.
101 guy.
Ronnie, tell us who's on.
I don't know what that means. I don't know. But
so we got a lot of football talk, a lot of upsets, couple upsets.
No, there were a lot of
Me and Bones was going through a couple of the games while we're in each other's company on Sunday, and there was like 3 or 4 teams that all missed the extra point after scoring touchdowns.
Every time you turned around, they were missing an extra point.
Yeah,
I'm going. We all say it. One job.
You only got one job.
And you know what?
You got new comments.
There was a movie called North Dallas 40 with Mac Davis and Nick Nolte. And when they showed you the kicker, what he was doing during training, not too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not lifting a lot of weights.
No.
He's not doing a lot of grass drills, which, people who played football know what they are. He's not.
No, he's sitting on the sideline smoking a cigarette.
Dipping.
Waiting for his call.
Yeah. So they're not really doing a lot of whole much, and you know what I mean. So
speaking of smoking,
Mike
Tyson said he smoked a joint before he came out for the fight. He said, because I'm a smoker. I smoke whenever I want to smoke.
Not surprising.
No, not surprising.
I mean,
he didn't fight like he was stoned.
No. Wasn't he the one that said he spends like $1,000?
$30,000 a month on weed.
No, that's impossible. That's impossible.
That's a lot of weed.
You
just talking about that. If you get a car here,
say he spend 2,000 ounces. That's 15 ounces a week. He's smoking. No way. And that's that. But he has a big farm. You know that.
Yeah, was it a week or a month? He said
a month.
Even a month, $30,000 a month of weed's a lot of weed. Dude.
Yeah, but he has a big farm. He invested And
Yeah,
now
he
he can reinvest
he
with the
grows
money he
himself.
just got paid from that fight.
Him,
And he's making big dollars off that farm. He has the
Jim
right
Belushi
people.
does the same thing. He's got a farm too.
But
They're
you know
all
what's
getting in
good?
on it.
You know, Mike Tyson ain't the brightest crayon in the packet.
Oh no.
But
He's a few fries short of a Happy Meal.
he hired the right people to take care of it, and he just put up the dough. And he's the boss. And who's going to steal from him? Right?
I thought he was great in The Hangover.
You know what I mean? Oh. When he punched him in the face, wasn't that great?
on.
You know, too, it's funny. You don't want to take a body shot from him, so
Oh no,
you're not going to steal any of his
actually,
weed.
That's actually a pretty good comment. Right?
Yeah, but he smashed what's his name right in the face, knocked him right out. That was great, wasn't it?
Tigers aren't in the budget anymore, Sarah. For Mike Tyson.
No, he outdid that one. Well, maybe with his weed business taking off, that he can afford another tiger.
Yeah,
I like to want to find out. I think his farm's like a couple thousand acres,
Holy
something
smokes.
crazy,
Dude,
something
that's a lot-
crazy.
that's a
Yeah,
lot-
dude,
that's a
something
lot of
crazy
land,
though. But I think he bought something crazy.
We had friends that had like 160, 200 acre farms in Nebraska, small farms. That's a lot of land.
Yeah, sure.
1,000. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, you know, my ex-father-in-law had I think he had a 300-acre farm, and it was massive, dude. It was a mile to the mailbox from his front door.
Oh, sure.
So you know, you're talking about a lot of land. That's a lot of plants.
Let me go back to football quick.
All right, football game.
What about, did you see the highlight? And I don't understand why this kid did this. I really don't. Maybe he snapped, whatever. But he's apparently the number one player on the team.
In a high school game.
In a high school game. He got thrown
yeah.
out of the game for whatever reason. I don't know why, but he got
I
thrown
think it was
out.
targeting, wasn't it, or
And,
excessive?
It had to be something.
Excessive.
And then a
roughness
couple
or
of plays
something.
later, the same ref called a penalty, and he did his thing, and he turned around. This kid come running on the field and just body slammed the shit out of this guy.
Yep. Gave him a concussion.
Yep.
Yeah.
The kid got arrested.
And the whole team, the rest of the team's season is they're knocked out of the playoffs. They were in the playoffs.
Oh,
Got
yeah.
knocked out.
But you know the backstory to all that is this same kid did the same thing playing soccer.
No, didn't
Well, you know
really.
what? I'll tell you what. He's probably, even though it's high school, he's probably a really good athlete
Or
because he's playing both. He's playing both sports, and football and then soccer. Both of them
But dude,
combined, you got to be really
But
good.
when they go to when the college players go to the combine, all the coaches they look at the players' demeanor, past problems they had, all this shit.
Attitude,
They're
everything.
going to see this anger issue that this kid has.
he's not even going to make it to college.
He just screwed himself out of a scholarship.
He's not making it
I
to
wouldn't take
college.
a kid like that.
No.
Well, that's just going young and dumb. Full of anger. Nobody addressed it. His coaches probably seen it in practices and all kind of stuff. This just wasn't out of the ordinary.
Probably steroids.
I never seen a picture of the kid. Have I seen a picture of the kid?
He was big.
He's
Have I seen a picture of the kid? You usually get to text some of that.
You said he played soccer. He's a big soccer player. That's a big.
Mhm.
Brendan played soccer.
I like to see a
That kid
picture
was-
of him to see what
that
he
kid's
looked
pretty
like.
big.
But was he big and heavy? Like was he like 6'2", 250 or anything
Oh, he
like
was
that?
No, he was a little. He was maybe. I'd have to look it up, but he was short. I wouldn't say short, but he was stocky and
Probably 5'11", 6 foot.
5'11", 6 foot.
Okay,
maybe
6 foot,
at least
225
at
pounds.
least-
Yeah, well, that's a big dude.
At
Big
least
dude.
200 pounds.
Yeah, that's a big dude.
We talk about
And
that
if it's
too.
full of muscle,
When
too.
we were in high school, all of us,
Yeah,
6'2", 180 was a big freaking kid on the
Yeah,
football team.
yeah,
That's
absolutely.
small on a
Yeah.
football team anymore. That's not even a tight end anymore.
You remember when they used to have 280-pound linemen? Now it's 350 and up.
360.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. When we were watching high school, when we were watching pros, when we were in high school, the biggest lineman, if you had a huge lineman, he was 300 pounds. Now that's commonplace.
But now they like the short tight ends or the short running backs.
The running back's coming back, man. The fullback's coming back to football.
The little bitty guy because he's like trying
He
to tackle
can
a greased pig.
Yeah, he's 5'7", 5'8", and he's just been in through the like I seen one guy. I was like, I wonder who that little kid is. I said he's a pro.
Oh, cigar prop in the house.
Welcome, Kevin.
Kevin, what's up, brother?
So next week we have. Did we talk about before we went live?
I got
We talked about
these
before we went live.
in the
They
mail.
came in.
Yeah, I got this little thing.
That's nice.
From
Oh, look, it's even stamped now.
Well, he did that specially for me.
No.
I like that.
I got other ones.
Mine aren't stamped. The original ones.
He's stamping them now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, does he? Okay. Well, I got one of these.
He's down out of the mountains. He's doing some nice work now, man.
Yeah, he is.
Doing some nice work. But
I got these and
Ray the cigar enthusiast and Ray the Teflon Don. I don't know his last name from Cigar Clowns, who's his new co-host, is going to be on next week.
Yeah, and that's our last show before the
Christmas break. We're taking advice from our friend at Cigar Prop, and we're taking time off.
We're not even going to call it holidays. We're not going into that politically correct stuff.
Did you Christmas shop yet?
Oh, no.
Did you?
For who?
For anybody.
Oh, yeah, I've got for some, yeah.
I mean, but not all, right?
No. The kids, I'll leave that up to
That's
the wife.
Up to the wife.
I'm going out Friday and finish it.
I would just as soon take a beat.
I could do that any day now because I'm working from at home again.
I do the Amazon thing, man. I'm not going to Walmart. I'm not going to the mall. I'm not doing any of that mess.
I got Amazon.
Yeah, I'm an Amazon.
Actually, the wife went to.
You're gonna have to show me how to do that because I have it, but I don't know how to do it.
Dude, you buy stuff on Amazon? You shop online all the time.
You just go on Amazon shopping?
Yeah.
Find it and then pay out and put your payment thing in there. You leave it in there. You leave the address in there. But you're the only one in the account. You don't have to worry about picking the right address or the right credit card.
The link, right? Amazon.
Get an app, too. There's an app for
you. Amazon shopping, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't even have to go
there is an app.
Yeah, there is.
There's an app.
Then I'm not. Then I don't have to. I think I even have it. I'm not going shopping. I'm not going.
But you have Prime. We do shop local as much as we can, Kitten. But we're under quarantine. Well, we're not under quarantine again, but we're kind of sort of we're under whatever you consider freaking HepCon B+.
B+.
B+. I feel like I'm in freaking high school again.
Yeah.
HepCon B+. Because I looked at my boss and said, what the hell is HepCon B+? I knew HepCon B, HepCon A, HepCon B, HepCon C, HepCon D, like DEF CON.
Yeah, sure.
But what is B+?
Did not want to go to Charlie because of the constraints that come with that, even though the Navy base has gone HPCon Charlie.
But, yeah. Oh, did they go back to Charlie?
Oh, yeah.
The Navy?
Oh,
so we're not going to see Norm for one. No, he didn't care. He didn't really care.
So tell us something a little more about sports. Let's go into sports.
Saints won.
Well, yes, they did.
Oh, and it was a nail biter too.
So did the Giants, and so did what's it called?
Redskins.
The Washington
football team. Listen to me, I'm so calling.
Because I was banking on Giants win, they're in first place. If Washington, Philly, and the Cowboys lose, the Giants have got them by one game.
Right.
Good.
But that didn't work out.
I guarantee you nobody picked Washington beat.
Actually, Smoker Joe did.
No, he did not.
Swear to God.
How many points did he have? Did he take? He
7
had points.
Oh, he took Washington at 7?
Yep.
Over the Steelers.
Yep.
The number one.
You know why? He said
you're going to lose sooner or later.
He said they were going to lose sooner or later.
Yeah, so why not take
Washington was doing all right.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So he took what's it called too last night.
Wow.
He took what's it called last night over
He took
Buffalo.
Dallas?
No, it took Buffalo.
Well, who did they play last night?
Buffalo played who the hell did Buffalo play?
I don't know.
San Francisco.
Yeah, he took Buffalo too.
But San Fran won though, didn't they?
Buffalo won.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know.
No, San Fran won because they said Alex Smith came back.
No, I look it up. I think Buffalo won.
Oh, I didn't see Larry Stokes complaining about.
Yeah, I think he made a sourpuss.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So be it. This whole year's messed up on.
Oh no, they did. They won by 10.
Yeah, Buffalo won. Yeah, so Joe had a tease with that and Washington.
But apparently, what's his name? Alex Smith pulled a. Remember Kurt Schilling when he was pitching in the World Series and he had the bloody sock and all that?
Yeah.
Alex Smith had the same thing. He was
kidding.
bleeding in the fourth quarter. He didn't leave the game.
Did they say what happened to him?
I didn't get that part.
Did he get cleated or something?
What else we got?
He gotten cleated.
So the Gators, my Florida Gators are doing good, and they're playing LSU.
Oh, dude, that was ugly.
And they're going to get beat again. I think the Gators are going to beat them, no problem.
It's like beat who?
LSU.
They already playing. They're playing this week.
That's what he just said.
No, they just played them last weekend. Didn't
No,
they?
No,
they're playing- what's it
Alabama
called?
played them.
Tennessee
Oh no, it was
last week.
Alabama and LSU.
Yeah. But
Alabama,
I'm
bad.
playing. We're playing them. I'm playing them. We're playing them on Saturday at 7:00.
Because that Alabama game was like what 52-14 at
Yeah,
halftime.
it
We're
was-
like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be ugly. But then they put
the brakes on.
third string
Yeah.
in, second, third string. What?
And
The
it's
second,
the
third
boy-
string
the
is still
sister
better
that had
than.
the delivery boy.
But they still didn't rake up the points. They put the brakes on the points.
Yeah.
Oh, Doc, you're in Foley this Friday?
Huh.
Foley.
Where's Foley?
Foley, that's where the outlet mall is.
Yeah. In Alabama.
Foley,
right?
Alabama.
Yeah.
Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
We got. Speaking of that, Bucky was on the list.
Yeah.
Bucky's is now online.
It
You can
is.
get Bucky Nuggets
Online.
milk chocolate covered
Oh,
Bucky
no.
Nuggets. Yes.
The Cajun version.
Oh.
The Cajun.
I like the
Bucky
regular
Nuggets.
ones.
They all
When
come
he
in
brings the
milk
regular
chocolate
ones,
covered,
they're
man.
addictive.
But I
Too
keep-
much.
But if you go there, you got to go. to
Tyler,
Lambert's. You
what's
gotta go to
happening?
Lambert's. Home of the tossed rolls. You can't eat rolls.
Yeah, that's
but
on. That's right on. That's in
Foley.
not on. It's Foley.
Foley.
Is it Foley or is it Orange?
It's Foley.
Foley.
53. It's on 53.
I don't know.
How far is Foley? An hour from here,
Hour and 10
roughly.
minutes. Hour and 10 minutes. We
Okay.
stopped there during a tornado one night. We left Orange Beach. You could see the sky and everything. Said, "Oh, we got to beat the storm." By the time we got to Foley, which was like 20 minutes up the road after you get over the Orange Beach Bridge,
Yeah.
we stopped there because it was just. And then all the way home, it rained. And it was
That's a
Really?
long, lonely drive on that road at night.
to get into 10. Yes.
Yeah. It's,
Absolutely.
It's just dark.
But
brutal.
that's why you stop at Bucky Nuggets
Buc-ee's.
when you get there and you eat a half a bag of Bucky Nuggets before you even get to the tunnel.
Well, yeah, of course.
Too good.
I can't do that anymore, though. That was spike to shoot. College football.
Ugh.
I have no problem with what this kid did. Absolutely not. The quarterback for UNLV was at a party doing something, party for whatever. He ate sushi off a nude model,
Okay.
and he's getting in trouble for that. People
Really?
give him shit for that. Yes.
What's he supposed to do?
What's
What-
the big deal?
Was the sushi paid for by a donor, or was it provided by?
Him.
That may be the problem.
I'm sure.
So,
I'm sure
so
the
he was at
NCAA
some
is
time.
good.
Maybe he was at a bachelor party.
It could be. Any amount of money the NCAA is going to investigate that shit.
If the sushi was paid for by a donor, yes, he's in trouble. If the model was paid for by a donor, he's in trouble.
Right. But if they are at a bachelor party, they all chipped in.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty sad when you can't read your own freaking notes.
Well,
Oh, it's
that's
football again. Kansas City.
doing well.
I was sitting in the garage on a hearth on a Zoom and saw this play, and I was like, I'm yelling, "That's a freaking touchdown!" The other guys on the
Oh,
Zoom
yeah,
were
it's
yelling,
on the
"That's a
ground."
touchdown!"
When he fell on it,
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
he rolled.
they didn't even. They
Didn't
didn't,
review
they
it.
didn't ask for
No,
a review.
because Andy Reid said they interviewed Andy Reid, and he said he talked to Hill after the game and said, "You didn't tell me if you caught it or not."
He said he didn't know.
Because normally Tyreek Hill knows if he catches the football. He
But it went on
obviously
his
didn't
side.
think he caught it. But he never
it
hit
was
the
weird,
ground.
But it never hit the ground.
Beautiful catch.
Should have at least stopped play and let them look at it and review
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Call timeout or something.
But being that it was called an incomplete pass,
Yeah.
nobody thought about it. And if it's called a touchdown, they reviewed it and
Right.
gone at it again. But
Downtown, big event.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
There's my boy.
What's up, Patrick?
he'll be here just about the same day Caitlin gets here.
Yeah.
What is
Caitlin flies in on the
what's
19th?
the dog doing?
He's coming too, man.
Yeah, he's coming too.
He's
Of
got a
course
bow,
he is.
that dog's got a bow tie for everything.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
saying the dog will get here first, and then Patrick will walk in the dog second.
Yeah, probably. And I can guarantee you, the first thing that dog's going to do is jump in my wife's lap.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Doc, don't know if we can get there or not. It all depends on what the base commander went and put in again, because we're back to the no dining out. Well, let me rephrase that. The military is back to no dining out. You can't dine out in the restaurant. You can't go outside dining, takeout only, blah, blah, blah. Highly suggested for civilians. They can't do anything to us. But if we get somebody sick or we end up, they can bar us from base for the 2 weeks quarantine.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is no big deal because you just work from home.
Well,
No,
California.
it is a big
Well,
deal.
you know, California's nuts. Aunt Kathy says everything is shut down there.
Oh, they did.
Totally everything. You're not allowed to even go order.
I got friends still stationed there, or
What?
living there. And
Come
it's
on,
like
man.
85% is. But,
You're not even allowed to do the go up and take out or nothing like
No.
that.
but
No pizza.
one good
Nothing.
One good thing about California though The L.A. County District Attorney came out this afternoon in an article and said he's eliminating any cash bail. You know, kind of like New York said, boom, you're out, you go on your way. He's eliminating all that for misdemeanors, felonies, all that. He's going back to
even felonies,
back to the way it was.
Okay.
There's no getting out. You commit a crime, you're going to jail.
Wow.
Good.
He must
Good
be
for
a
him.
Republican.
I
don't know.
I doubt it.
So why is he changing? Why is he changing it?
Save money? I don't know.
But when you close down 85, and then Denver did the same thing that a couple of days ago. The mayor of Denver suggested everybody stay home and don't go out.
Oh yeah.
Don't go away for Christmas. And less than an hour later, they said he was at. No, this is just this week. He was at DIA getting on a plane to go away
again
for vacation.
Because he did the same thing Thanksgiving. He came to Mississippi for Thanksgiving.
The mayor of Denver, did he?
Yes.
You still want to go to the bathroom in the streets in San Fran?
Yes.
I know we don't hear nothing about that. I figured there'd be a couple of brawls over that.
No.
You know what I mean? Defecating
there's
in front
nothing
of some of
open.
these kids. Yeah, right.
There's nothing open, so the homeless. I don't even know what they're able to do anymore because everything's closed, so they can't raid Walgreens anymore.
Right.
No. I got any more sports? Yes, I got one of those sports things left. Michael Jordan has his own golf course,
Right.
That's open to the public. You can go play golf, do whatever, and it's called Grove XX3. And they said figure out what the XX3 is for. 23. That's his number. I mean, that was the easy one. But being with all this, he said you got all this social distancing and all this bullshit, and you can't no beer carts, no snack carts, all that shit. So what does he do? He goes and hires these young kids that know how to fly the drones, and they deliver beer and snacks via drone to guys on the golf course.
And that's some stuff.
That's pretty cool.
About that? Yeah, it is pretty cool.
pretty cool.
He figured a way to get the people what they needed.
That's a way to do it.
Absolutely.
I wonder if he'll deliver because he's a cigar smoker too. So
Absolutely.
I wonder if
he sure is.
It's either that.
So is Barkley.
It's either that or you allow them to bring their own beer and shit. You don't want to lose that money.
Well, you're not making money if you're allowing somebody to bring their own beer. So
right.
You offer it up and still, and you don't charge anything more.
Pick up your phone, call up, and they just drone it out to you.
Yep. I need a hamburger by we'll turn in the corner.
Yeah.
Boom, and here comes your cheeseburger. I saw the guy. The guy goes running up to the drone, comes so far down, and the thing's hovering above the ground. The bag, but they got a big cord or whatever you want to call on.
Yeah.
Guy goes over there,
bungee,
unclips the bag, and off flies the
pretty cool. I'll figure a way. Yeah, Barkley's.
They've been doing that in prisons for years.
They've been with Barkley's a cigar smoker too, and he
is. He's a
golfer. They golf and they gamble when they golf. Them too.
Oh yeah, they do.
And like degenerates.
And then
they bet on. I bet you slice it, and
I'm sure.
Paranoid, and you're gonna hit that in the rough.
You're only gonna do it 200 yards instead of.
Yeah, you're gonna hit that. You're gonna hit that in the rough. And they ain't betting $5.
No, I bet you $1,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Or I'll bet you $1. I bet that's what they.
Yeah.
Instead of.
Yeah.
$1. No, it's $1,000.
AOC made the news again.
That's your girl.
No, my girl, man.
How did she get reelected?
Remember when months ago
we were all saying it couldn't happen.
It shouldn't have. My sister lives in New York, and she doesn't because you got New York. You got the state on the map, whatever, and you got red, and you got these 5 dots. Little dots of blue in there, and that's where they elected them back again.
Yeah.
For whatever they bitch and complain, but then they allow them.
How did she do anything? What does she do? What is this? Nothing. That's her name. She should change her name to nothing.
Well, actually, her and the other one made news too. The other
Omar,
the congresswoman, the one whose husband owns a business or whatever.
Oh, the one that's married to her brother.
That one.
Yeah.
She dumped,
she's married to her brother.
She dumped hundreds of thousands of dollars into his business.
Yes.
Before they did.
Yeah, it was the COVID buyout, the COVID money.
What do you mean she's married to her brother?
She's married to her brother.
Where's she from?
Somalia or something. I don't know.
Is that the one who wears the turban?
Yes.
Yeah.
One of them. But AOC, remember a little while back, she said boycott Goya Foods.
Yes.
All that shit.
Yeah.
And the CEO came and said, best thing she ever did.
Yeah, it brought all kinds of attention.
Business is booming.
Yeah.
So what does he do? He names her Employee of the Month. I was just like, that's great.
What is her name, AOC?
Alexandra
Cortez.
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 Yeah,
and the other one's married to her brother,
Yep, married to
her
her brother.
biological brother.
Uh-huh.
that's what they say. I didn't see the birth. I haven't seen the birth.
Well, I
certificate.
told you that before. As that saying is just a flashback. There was
Flashbacks
somewhere
are not-
in the
flashbacks can be
Midwest, a
bad.
guy married his sister. It was her brother, and they went in front of a couple of judge panel, and they legalized it, and they're going to have
Oh,
a
that
baby together.
wasn't that Alabama?
No, it was
No,
somewhere in the
wasn't it
Midwest.
That
But
happened just a little while back.
they've been in love since they've been kids, so they're going to now have a child.
Oh,
Brother and sister.
I could,
Biological brother
as a
and sister.
parent, I don't know what I couldn't. I don't know.
you're my son, you're
sick.
my daughter, and now you're my son-in-law, and
How's
you're
that
my
song
daughter-in-law.
go? You are my grandfather. You are my.
Yeah.
Remember that one that
Oh,
we had a friend like that who
It's sick.
we gave a hard
It's
time.
sick.
His name was Mark. His
Yeah,
mom was
definitely.
actually his sister because his sister
Got
couldn't,
divorced and married,
couldn't
right?
raise him, so his grandmother raised him.
yeah.
So he actually calls his mom. His mom is actually his grandmother.
Well, yeah.
So, but
Well-
that one, we remember reading that article when we were in here about that. We were like, that's crazy. They fought it and they
Well,
approved it.
the Jewish girl I was with, right? She had her cousins were actually her stepsisters too, because the father left
The mom
the mom.
and married her sister.
No, and married her brother's wife, and that makes sense. So they were stepsisters and cut first cousins.
Roll
too.
Tide.
Yeah. I said, when you're mad at her, is she your cousin, or are you mad at her, is she your stepsister?
Oh gosh. Well, step siblings. That's not even an issue.
Right.
I mean,
They're not blood related.
they're not. But gosh, if they grew up together, you got a little bit of an issue on that.
Yeah,
'Cause
man.
you're a lot closer
I
than
want
you
to hear.
think.
Here, we got to. Whatever your opinion, and it does. I know it doesn't matter to you, and I know, on the most part, it doesn't matter to you about the transgender thing. You know what I mean? But when we were first aware of it, we had a little different thought process, I would believe, when we first were introduced to it. You know, whether we thought it was a mental health thing or whether we thought it was a choice.
I don't think that we had an issue with that.
No, not an issue, but we had a different thought process as it first begun.
Probably so.
And then we grew, we'll say.
Probably
on it.
so. Probably so.
And now I want to know what's coming next.
But binary. I don't know.
You
what
know,
I
no, I'm
don't know what I
serious.
am.
I'm not, no joke. I'm saying what's going to be saying where Bones does his famous statement, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Oh yeah.
What's going to happen
Well,
next?
how about if you got a male that says, I just don't want to be either male or female?
Yeah, that's in
That's
the
that
makeup
binary
now.
thing they have now. They claim
Well, I
to be-
mean,
they claim to
just
be binary.
surgically gets it removed.
Removed, and you don't have either. It
Yeah.
just
You have to have one of them. How you
no,
No,
it
you don't.
just has to
How you
have
gonna pee?
a
Just your
tube.
urethra.
A tube.
I
A tube
mean,
will allow him to go to the or him or her to go.
I mean that would
to
probably
the
be one of
restroom.
those.
That comes back to it all depends on what kind of horse it is. I guess.
you know, depends what kind of horse.
No.
But I'm just saying, what's going to be next to shock us?
I think we've been shocked that
Giants win the Super Bowl.
that would be a shocker.
That would be a shock, but it could happen. They could have a great week. Remember, on
Dude.
any given Sunday.
Whatever
At
team in that
6:30
division
p.m.
wins can host a playoff game with 6-7 wins.
Yeah.
And I think that, because I'm a Giants fan, but I think the Giants are in the driving seat because Philly, Washington, Dallas, they also have
Philly's
they-
sitting Wentz for the rest of the season.
They
I
also,
think.
yeah, he got benched. They also have to play each other.
Terrible.
So the Giants won a game they should.
My brother lives in New York, and of course, is an Eagles fan. He's saying bench. He said already trade him. He said trade him before the season ends.
So
I
you're
said I don't
going to
have
say he's
any
a bum.
You know, he says he can't do nothing.
Who
He's
did
why
they play
he's
this week?
shot.
Was it the Patriots they played?
Now they play. Who did they play this week?
Because whoever the quarterback was went up to him after the game, Wentz, and just gave him kind
Yeah.
of like,
condolences, kind
little
of.
bit
You
of-
know what I mean?
yeah,
But they
because
really
he got
stunk.
right in the middle of the game. They basically
Benched him.
said,
Yeah, they told me.
We got no more confidence in you.
And you know what? The guy did all right. The guy, he didn't have a lot of time yet, but he threw some passes and he moved them down the field.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, he did. So he's from Alabama, ain't
He's
he?
Alabama starter.
Yeah.
He's a good quarterback. But he's going to get thrown in. He not get thrown into it. He got
Our friend,
into
friend. I don't know if you've seen it on Facebook. You know, Chrissy had some issues when she was in California, threatening kind of at an event.
Oh,
you see that? Yeah, that was a shame. I mean, she puts it on Facebook, so it ain't like we can't say it.
She puts it out there.
You know what I mean? And
verbally attacked by
verbally attacked. Somebody was talking to her, and then some girl.
Well, she had gone home.
Here you go, Don.
When that happened, she was in Alabama when that happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh man, I love that cigar.
But anyway, some girl verbally attacked her and was saying some stuff that wasn't too nice, and then a couple of males surrounded her.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't know that she wouldn't be able to handle herself. Not 3, but I'm just saying, but you know what I mean? Because I don't know, something, because she's tall and strong looking anyway. She exercises
Very
all the time.
athletic,
Yeah, so she may be able, the girl said something, she may be able to whip some rest.
No, there's no way.
Hey, here we're talking about, we had the boxing one. The boxer was 6'8" and weighed 153 pounds.
Oh yeah, the
night.
little skinny guy. Yeah,
and
he's going to get his ass whooped.
Yeah,
he's going to get his ass whooped.
Yeah,
that kid could fight.
Yeah, he was very good.
He was
watching
putting it down.
He was very technical, and he knew how to throw punches.
He had a reach that was like this far to bone.
Yeah,
well, the guy was like.
Yeah, the guy was looking up at him like he was trying to hit that camera up in the ceiling there.
Yeah, I was very impressed with the way he fought.
Me too. And you know what? You thought it was going to be a circus spoof, but then you seen the way he threw punches. I said, man, this guy's in here for real. And we know it's amazing. He can go up in every weight class and still be fine.
Potentially. Potentially he could.
I mean, all he had to do is put on like 10 pounds each category.
Yeah.
To be and then move up.
Yeah.
And be fine.
Why do that? Wait until he wins the title where he's at, and then maybe go up.
Well, what I'm saying is, win the title, win the title, win the title, win the title.
He's only going to get stronger.
But
the stronger he's going to
get. We sat in here and we all agreed there's no way in the world he'd survive the MMA.
No,
because his legs were about that big
his
around.
legs are. Yeah, it looked like a cigar.
Yeah,
I really thought he was going to get his ass whooped.
Oh yeah, everybody did.
Really did.
It was funny.
Now the Army fired 14 officers enlisted at Fort Hood. You know, Fort Hood.
How do you fire an officer?
You can't. You take
away their command.
But you take away their command.
But who has to do that? A superior officer?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. They did that because of all the sexual harassment they got there, the murders they've had there, and there's a lot of shit going on at Fort Hood. I wouldn't want to be stationed there. You know,
where's Fort Hood at?
Texas.
Texas. Makes sense.
Fort Hood, Texas. They sent a lot of people through there. It's big
base, right?
Big base.
Hey, are we doing a Christmas party this year?
I believe we are. We got one more show, right?
Yep.
We'll announce it next Tuesday.
Okay, we'll know for sure.
If we have a Christmas party at Coast Cigar, we will announce it next Tuesday with all the details. So since we're a little weary of any of the details as of right now.
Well, we got to wait and see what happens state-wise. We know that there's a mask mandate, but what's going to happen? Are they going to shut down businesses again?
Yeah, and 10 or more.
They haven't really did the 10 or more thing. They haven't really said that.
No, they haven't.
So,
not our state.
So guys,
and I think for the most part, our governor has said, you know what? We tried it one time.
It didn't work.
We're going to do like South Dakota. We're going to leave everything open and leave it up to them.
I like her.
I was really impressed. There was a
we got our
news
guys
article.
On there, or who we on, or
there was a news article about her. It was a commentary, and she was spot on about it. All right, Ronnie, have a great show.
I'll see you in about an hour.
We didn't talk about what we were smoking tonight.
Oh.
Earlier I was smoking a Padron 26 out of my pack of Battle of the Bands from Cigar Prop.
I sent you a link to that cigar. Did you see that band on that cigar I sent you earlier?
Yeah, actually what it was.
I thought it stated what it was, but it was a really cool looking band. I wonder if I still have it. Maybe it has the link on there, but I thought I sent that to you. I sent it to you too, didn't I?
Was that the airborne one?
Maybe.
Okay. I don't know. I'm smoking a Avo, Nicaragua.
And I'm smoking a Camacho, this yellow band, which is, I can't read that. I know what it is, but I can't read it.
That's your Corojo.
Yeah, that's it.
Justin Schaffer up posting a Cigar Enthusiast. I have to go to Cigar Enthusiast. It kind of looks like a mix. I don't know. It kind of looks like a evil Santa Claus.
Is that the one I sent you?
Yeah.
Let me see that. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
A cool looking band.
Yeah, it's a cool looking
I have
band.
to go onto that and see that after we're done.
And speaking of cool cigars, one of our sponsors is getting ready to release a new one as well.
Who's coming out with the Turkin? You're talking about SRC, Stogie Road Cigars.
Well, no, I'm talking about Frontline cigars.
Oh, Frontline Cigars. We got two of them coming out with new stuff. Frontline's coming out with the military version of the blue line,
Right.
with a green and candela foot and tip.
Right.
I asked him, why didn't you go at least half those cigars? He didn't want to ruin it, he said.
Okay.
Which makes sense.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's supposed to come out in January, but he got called Monday and said that he's going to have them this month. So he might have them before Christmas.
Nice.
Really good looking cigar.
Is that from Frontline?
Frontline
It is
Cigars.
Good.
Steve, Mark, and Jack. And
We got the painkiller, man, from GTO. Anybody that knows smokes GTO.
Oh,
Yep.
those who
and
know.
I'm smoking GTO.
You
La
are.
Pura.
You know, one of our other sponsors.
Yep. And this is our other ones.
Let's
Which
pop some of them out there just to let them know.
This be Cigar Prop.
So Stogie Rose has one coming out as well.
They have the Big Tony is going to be out, and a Sandella. And he's putting them out in 5-packs, which I think samplers sell a lot. You get a little bit of each and one of each.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you can mix and match your own sample pack.
Well, there's going to be a lot of 5-packs coming our way, and we're going to be doing some things because of the holidays for people who want to get Christmas gifts and what have you.
Well, we got that sampler over there that's got 16 Gordo cigars in it, a lighter, a cutter,
And a humidor.
and a humidor.
Small humidor.
For $150.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
It is.
There's a lot of nice cigars in there too.
Yeah, there are some really good cigars in there.
I don't need it anymore. Somebody talked me into buying. Never mind. I got 2 bundles of DVs coming, the El Presidente and the
Excuse me.
and
though,
the
I gotta
Lancero.
get a voice from-
I just got 5 today, a 5-pack that I won in a raffle type thing. AJ Fernandez lost something I've never smoked before, so I'm letting those sit for a while. Then I got the I've been wanting a box for a long time, but
Pappy Van Winkle's.
I broke down and bought the.
They came out with a flying pig,
Yep.
and it's definitely a limited edition. Every year it sells
Four
out.
times a year they say they come out with.
Sells out, and if you don't get in early, you're gonna have to wait another quarter to get them.
Oh, that's another one. I got a 10-pack of Cigar Clowns coming. The Captain Spaulding. They do the cold Cigar Clowns, and every cigar they put out one a year. They put out based on some clown, and once they're gone,
That's it.
they're gone.
Bozo's gone.
That's it, gone. Captain Spaulding sold out in 24 hours.
Wow.
I don't know how many they had, but it goes. If you remember Cigar Clowns online on Facebook, or if you purchase from them first, you get an email saying, "Hey,
It's coming out.
It's coming out. This
Yep.
is the day it's coming out." They get first dibs. Whoever has already purchased from them, then members of the Facebook page get dibs.
Well, that's like Pappy Van Winkle. They sent out the VIP invite to people that have purchased from them, and you have a certain amount of time to say, "Here you go."
I know, Kerr, lost something. I can't. I do have it. Hold on a second. I took a picture of it for a mail call. Let's see. It is the
Lost something or other.
yeah. AJ Fernandez, La Grande Lave.
I can't tell.
La Grande LLAVE.
If that's the whole thing.
Box press. Yeah, I think it's about Toro size. I'm looking forward to smoking those. I'm not as much. I'm looking forward to smoking the Big Tony. When I get hands on one of those.
No question about that.
Yeah, he hasn't put out a cigar I haven't liked.
Well, it's because he's the barber pole king.
Yes, he is.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of people trying to imitate what he's been putting out too.
Oh, 5 more days, and Care is going to be.
Yes. To let everybody know, December 13th, Kerr's son has beaten a form of cancer, I believe it is. And Kerr's let his hair grow for the last year. He's going to shave it live on a Zoom event, I believe.
Yeah.
And he's donating the hair to something like Locks of Love or
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something
that's
like
right.
that.
Yeah.
But I told him on the BCA meet and greets or whatever you want, or BCA drink and smoke things on Friday nights. They have a Zoom from 7 to 9. Well, apparently last week it went to like 12 o'clock.
There you go.
I know.
Storm and Norman.
Oh, we were just talking about him earlier.
We were, yeah.
So he's donating.
HP Con Charlie.
He's donating his hair, and I told. For some reason, online this looks a lot bushier than it actually is. But I told him because Armin and Gabby were on there, and somebody said, "Well, why don't you guys shave your head?" I said, "If you guys shave your head for this, I will shave my beard.
Oh, wow.
I will take it all off."
Wow. I don't believe I've ever seen you without facial hair.
And they didn't man up.
Oh, no, really?
Really? How about that?
Hair grows back.
Well, I mean,
No.
I'm not getting a haircut till April 1st.
why April 1st?
That's the date I picked.
Huh. So no more visiting the
No.
barber next door, huh?
Well,
No, I'm gonna let him do my beard and like I said, around my
Clean it-
ear and
clean
square
it
off the
up.
back, but I'm letting my hair come fully back
So
in
you're
again.
going to get a mullet?
I hope not. But whatever it turns into, it turns into. But it's got to figure. I started in October, so it's all November, all December, all January, all February, all
good.
March.
You're
So-
almost there. He's over halfway there. I donated. I gave him
So
some money
5
for that.
months, I won't have a haircut. It
Wow.
should be pretty good in there. by
So
then.
you know the mullet is coming back, right?
No.
Yes.
Well, if it is, then maybe I should have one.
To me, I look at that and I go, no, I'm not. I just can't do that.
I think Mullen. I think Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Dude, that's the worst mullet of all time.
oh my god.
Especially with the tank top on, with the arms that are about as big as this cigar.
Remember when Billy Ray Cyrus first made it big and he had the mullet?
Yeah,
and everything?
yeah, man. Achy breaky heart.
Ah.
That was the only. I read an article about that. Somebody else was supposed to sing that song. They wanted somebody else to sing that song, and he was doing the show, and the guy backed
They
out.
gave
or
it to
something.
him.
They gave it to him, and bam,
Turned into a hit.
one of those
You never
one-hit
know.
wonders that just made a.
You know
ton
what?
of
It
freaking money.
made him a ton of money and recognition and concert tours.
Oh,
and-
he's not a one-hit wonder.
No, he's
You know,
got
he
other
does. He
music.
sings some stuff,
Yeah.
but it made him a star.
It did. It
Mhm.
got him noted, and
You know, you're talking about things that people turn down in sports, like I'll give you an example. When they were making the George Foreman grill, they offered that to Hulk Hogan
yeah,
Yeah,
when he
I
was
read
at the heat of, when he was big, and he turned it down. He says that ain't going to make no money.
yeah.
They had 3 individuals that made the most money in sports.
off of product.
Off of
From
product.
endorsement. It was George Foreman first, Michael Jordan second, and it was Tiger Woods third.
He's made that much money off.
And
of
he
Foreman?
made that much money
Oh,
in
yeah.
that one certain year
Oh,
from
yeah.
the George Foreman grill.
Because everybody had to have one.
Kurt, you are correct. But the reason they got the Giants listed as first because the Giants already beat Washington.
All right.
And that's the only reason they're in first place because they already beat them.
Beat somebody
But they are
in the
tied.
Like
with
they're
the-
tied,
They are
right?
tied with the same record, winning percentage,
Right,
this, that, and the other thing.
right.
And I think I might win my bet with MTV Mike, which I bet that Florida State would have a better record than LSU by the time the end of the year was over. And that might just happen. The LSU's not looking so good.
Well,
But we haven't played in 4 weeks.
Well, they're going to lose this week.
You would hope, dude. You better hope so.
Well, it could be an upset, but it ain't gonna look that way. They're giving 27 points
It
already.
looked bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It looked
Because
bad.
we have
I would
after the week
probably-
after that we have Alabama.
I would
per se.
probably take, just for a bet, I would probably take, because of the points,
I would too.
I would take LSU in the points.
I would take that.
Where is the
27
game?
points? It doesn't matter anymore. There's nobody.
It
Well,
well, they do have
college
some
have some.
fans.
College have some
The
fans.
SEC does anyway.
Mhm.
Where, you know
I think
where-
it's in Gainesville.
tough gig.
But
Well, let's-
remember, here's one of the theories too. Since he's a front runner for the Heisman, Kyle Trask, are they going to let him score and score and score? Or are they going to let him throw 3 or 4 touchdowns and then run the shit out of the
Then-
ball
then
and
set him
throw it
out.
around? You know what I mean? Or are they going to let him throw 6 or 7,
I gotta admit,
which he's capable of doing?
that kid is good.
He is good.
Yeah, he is good. He's a good ball player.
He is good. But what about, this week in football too? The Jets, they won that game. They were winning. They could
Yeah.
have won that game, and they gave up that last touch. It's like they gave up and gave it to him.
They're looking for the first round.
Absolutely.
You know what? Here's the
Lawrence
thing we
said he's
talked
not
about
going.
before. He's a fool. He is a fool. Because you know what's going to happen?
Welcome, Ray.
He's going to get hurt. And I don't
Well-
want it to happen. I don't need it to happen, but it's going to happen.
But Eli
because of that.
Manning did the same thing. He didn't want to play for San Diego.
Right.
Well, I don't know who he really wanted to play for. His dad said he didn't want to play for San Diego. His dad was big on that. Archie was big.
And his dad was calling the
Well,
shots.
because San Diego's a small market.
Yeah.
It's not a big
But
marketplace.
the Jets is
It's New York.
I'll give you.
yeah, I'm telling you.
I'll give you.
Knock on it.
I'll give you
It's
like
gonna
this.
happen. He's a fool if you don't take that money.
He, excuse me.
Vomit.
Yes.
He handled the New York market well. Because that's a pressure place to play.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
big time.
You know,
you're on the hot seat, man.
He handled it. He handled it well. He won 2 Super Bowls, and he beat who twice? The Patriots.
Mhm.
And one year they made it in the playoffs at 9-6, and they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
So
that's
anything.
a, that's
That's
a
why I'm
record.
saying anything on any given Sunday
And he give us
And anything can happen.
or any Saturday, as we saw yesterday or Monday, because I wouldn't have put any amount of money on Washington to beat San Francisco.
No.
I mean,
I probably not Pittsburgh. No, not going in there.
But Smoke and Joe had a point. They were gonna lose. But
Even
I-
Norm said that.
but I wouldn't
Norm's behind us. He said that.
But I wouldn't have thought it was going to be against Pittsburgh.
Or Washington.
Washington.
Yeah.
you'd
I
have thought a
would've-
better team.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just like I said, the Giants need to win 2 out of their last 5 games to win the division
division.
outright. And Seattle wasn't one of the ones I picked them to win, and they beat Seattle.
Yeah.
They played great defense.
So do you think that Seattle may have overlooked that game?
Teams tend to think, "Oh, we got these teams beat," and they go,
Yeah.
absolutely."
And like I
I don't
said,
know.
like I told you that story. They could have went out the night before and said,
Yeah.
we'll stay out late. We'll have late dinners. We'll have a couple beers. It ain't that big of a deal.
I don't
Because
know.
they are human beings.
Yeah.
I don't know if Seattle played that bad or the Giants, but their defense played.
Yeah, they played good. They
Outstanding.
played good ball.
So it was a little bit
they
of
were
both.
they were all in sync.
It wasn't. Yeah, but
It was a combination.
when Seattle and Russell Wilson had that ball with
2 minutes
they
left.
had like 70 yards to go with less than like a minute 40 seconds.
Yeah,
It was
minute
like,
40 seconds, right?
I was sitting here going, "Oh, this is not going to be."
But
good,
Russell
man."
Wilson didn't look good either. Normally,
be
you're
good.
figuring you're giving him a minute and 40 to win the game.
He
you got a
sacked-
good chance
he got
to win
sacked
it,
like
yeah.
5 times.
Yeah, he wasn't in sync either.
We haven't talked politics yet, so I got a real good curiosity question. I was
What's
listening.
Patrick saying?
Thought we weren't watching the NFL.
We changed our minds. 'Cause
I'm
we're
not
degenerates.
purchasing. I'm not buying. I'll wear whatever I got, but I'm not buying anything new or any merchandise or anything like that from the NFL. But why should I give up me watching? I like watching football, so why should I stop watching?
I'll tell you what,
You know?
it has been different when you don't see the audience, the fans, the stadium.
Yeah, there's no.
It is a big difference. It is a big difference. You really get to enjoy
And
some
they
of
really
what's on
have.
people's
They've gotten
faces
off
and-
of the social issues as well.
Yes, they have.
Because they
costing
saw
them
that
money.
cost them a lot of money.
Cost them
Look at-
hundreds of millions.
What did the NBA say? They lost what? Almost $2
Woo,
billion
Yeah.
because of that crap.
And then the guy, and we're not going to go into it, but the guy said we're not doing this next year. There's none of that bullshit with the names on the court.
With a cleats
It's
or
all
shoes or anything.
what it was beforehand, and it's going to be just.
But the NFL
baseball.
play ball.
The NFL this week did allow the players to wear whatever cleats they wanted to wear for whatever charity that they donate to.
I think
Which
they
was
should
kinda
be able
cool.
to.
Absolutely.
You're not allowed to wear
It's all uniform.
support the police.
Yeah, well, I know. Isn't that ridiculous?
That's ridiculous. So you're allowed to wear one and wear both.
They.
But on the politics, you have a state that certified the state general elections being certified and done.
Yep.
State
done.
of Mississippi. Okay, just one state, for example. But one county, Calonie County or something like that, decertified today, saying there's some inconsistencies in the county.
Okay.
So what does that do for the state vote for the electoral college?
Not a thing. Because
What if one
Because-
state proves that there was miscounting or cheating? Doesn't that automatically decertify the state if they prove it? Just because somebody says something happened doesn't mean it happened.
But
Right,
see,
You have to
right,
prove
see,
it.
one county coming down and saying we had some ballot irregularities. We're gonna take a look at this and we're gonna recalculate and see
What the
who won
numbers
that.
are?
It's not going to be enough to change the vote of this state.
Right.
What the Trump administration is hoping for is that they could get like Philadelphia, they could get that one changed. Detroit,
A lot of this might happen.
no, it's done. The Supreme Court said
It's over.
It's over with.
Well, the Supreme Court says that they're not deciding on it because it's not a court issue.
it's over with.
It's not a court issue.
But it's over with.
But talking about
If it comes
White
down,
House,
if it comes down to on the radio this afternoon, I was listening to 103, where Kelly Bennett is now on. She got back on the radio.
for
Welcome
her.
back, Kelly. Yes, talk radio 103 for now.
Yeah.
But
Super talk.
they were talking about if Biden gets goes in and he can't fulfill everything. Okay, Kamala Harris was voted in because you vote for that.
You vote for the party.
It doesn't
for the ticket.
automatically make her president because she was voted in as the vice president. So then it comes down to goes back to the electoral college and all this.
So what happens if a president is incapacitated and cannot serve as the president?
Well, was that amendment?
25th Amendment.
25th Amendment. He temporarily fills in until he
Okay.
can.
If the president gets assassinated or dies in office, who becomes the president at that
the
point?
vice president.
The vice president
Gets
does,
sworn
according to the
immediately.
25th
But what they were
Amendment.
talking about today fell under Amendment 20, the 20th Amendment. And I'd have to look it up and read the whole thing. Those things are on short read.
Oh no, it's not. You
I got something.
You get the
remind
cliff
me,
notes.
Remind
but,
me of Howard Stern. I'm sorry. Before we go, there we go.
the bottom
Talk
line
about
is
this and then
if
remind me.
Joe Biden medically can no longer serve,
She's the president.
she's the president.
Yeah, she's the president.
Now
Temporarily.
her vice president would be her choice at that point.
Right.
She appoints at
But
that point.
according to this 20th Amendment, they were saying that's not the way it's going to go. So I got
That's
to read it.
because probably he's not dead unless he surrenders the presidency like Richard Nixon did and Gerald Ford became the president.
Yep. And Gerald Ford was his vice president.
Right.
And
Right.
what did Gerald Ford turn around and do? Appointed his vice president.
Right.
But actually,
And that was
let me
Spiro.
Agnew.
Yeah,
let me re-say that. I think
That
it's
JL.
all before they're inaugurated. If
Okay.
something,
Okay,
happens,
yes.
something happens before they're inaugurated,
Yes.
then the 20th Amendment takes over. And it's a whole
Then
different.
we've got an issue.
It's a whole different process.
Then we've got an
So
issue.
I was just like,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
See, because
Yeah.
now there's a big call. Oh, we need to impeach him. You can't impeach him until he is
He's the president.
inaugurated.
Yeah, until he's the
There's
president.
no impeachment
Right. Yeah,
process
there's no
for somebody.
process. For somebody that's not in.
Yeah,
You're
And
you're doing
he's
a
private,
ghost.
He's
You're
a
ghost.
private citizen right now.
Yeah.
He's just
Between a real fast story on New York, Sirius Radio gave Howard Stern another contract
good for him.
for 5 years between 80 and 120 million.
Because he signed for like 300 or something.
Yeah,
when
that
he
was
first
he
signed.
got 50 million a year
Yeah,
for
10
10 years. But now they're giving him between 80 and 120 million per year for 5 years.
That's Channel 101. I listen to him every morning going to work.
You know what? So he just scored again, and he's 60. I think 64.
I know you've seen the movie.
Uh-huh.
I mean that. I was never a big Howard Stern fan because he's a shock jock.
Yeah,
he was. Well, he kind of sort of is a little.
He still is a little bit.
But the thing about seeing his movie and watching him where he started, and you're going, I got a little bit of admiration for that.
He knew what he was doing.
He absolutely did because
he's smart, man.
And we see it with the radio stations now where they're syndicated, and you've got like a group of people that are being broadcasted nationwide.
Yeah,
because they're the value that they bring, or the humor that they bring, or it attracts certain crowds, like Rover in the Morning, for example.
Yeah,
I hate that show.
Hate that show.
Hate
These
that
guys
guy.
are
Annoying.
disgusting.
They're annoying.
well, I'll tell you
it's
what.
like Jackass on the radio.
Yeah, you know what? Howard Stern.
He was just
When he was on the radio
vulgar.
before he was on a couple of New York stations and a couple of Philadelphia stations, WYSP in Philadelphia, because he was competing with
PIX or PLJ.
WMMR 93.3 instead of 94.1, and he was very, very vulgar. He used to talk about when his wife had a miscarriage.
All kinds of stuff.
I'm saying, dude, and you know what? And she wasn't down with it.
Yeah.
I mean, he like a little bit. He went way too far. As when we're talking about something, and we tend to go one step too far.
Yeah.
He did that 10 steps too far.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he just caught.
It was a smart move for him
yeah.
to go off of broadcast radio to
then
Sirius XM.
Yeah, serious.
It was a smart move for him because now he had carte blanche to do whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
Because it's a paid subscription.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. It's the difference.
Look at that. I didn't know I could do that.
It's the same thing when you look at broadcast television.
Yes.
Versus like HBO or one of those guys.
Right.
They can do anything they want to.
Yes.
Because you're paying for it.
You're paying for it, and there's no.
It's not over the airwaves.
Yes.
So did Archie make that kind of mistake? Because that comment that did Archie make? Because I'm assuming that's about the time we were talking about Eli. Did Archie have problems when he came into the league, going somewhere he didn't want to go? Is that why he did what he did for
Archie was a franchise player at New Orleans.
Right, but was he going to go somewhere else that he didn't want to go and ended up in New Orleans?
I have no idea.
I was awfully young at that time.
That's something
that's way before.
That's way before.
But see, Archie never he stayed with New Orleans, and he probably had the opportunity to move on.
But he stayed to love the city.
Yeah,
love the fans and
he
stuff.
put that in Eli. Eli did the same thing. I think Peyton wanted to do the same thing, but he didn't feel he was done playing when Indianapolis screwed him and let him go.
Yeah.
He felt he was ready.
Yeah.
He had, and he wanted.
But I think Peyton was in more control of himself when Archie was more in control of where Eli went. You know what I mean? He had a dominance over him, and he controlled a little bit of the situation.
Probably so.
More so than Peyton.
Because it started with college too. They wanted to go. They wanted Peyton to go to Ole Miss also. And he said, "Nah, I'm going Tennessee."
Yeah,
that pissed off a lot of Ole Miss fans.
I'm sure it did.
But Eli did just that. He went to Ole Miss.
But this, like we said, this kid, if he don't go to the Jets, man, he's a fool.
Well, my cousin's kid got
a ton of money, man.
My cousin's kid got a full ride offer from Cal, and he got drafted by the Rockies. And he asked his dad. He asked my cousin Phil, "What should I do?" He said, "Man, take the money and play."
Yeah.
If the pros are going to offer you a chance to come up through the minors and possibly make pro, take the money and go for it.
Absolutely.
Because you don't have that many chances. It's 1%.
It is.
It's 1%.
Well, baseball's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Because you've got the minor leagues.
Yeah, and you go up the triple, double. But I'm just saying with the big boys in the NFL.
Oh,
I'm not playing with them. I don't like them. Dude, you're millions.
The Trevor Lawrence thing, with him coming out saying, if the Jets have the first round draft pick, I'm not coming out that year. Well, what are you going to end up with the following year?
Yeah, you're ending up the bottom of the barrel anyway. Who's going to be? It could be San Diego.
You could end up with the Jets again if that's the case.
And then what are you going to do?
And then, are you going to sit out?
I'm like, man, take the money.
I'm taking the money,
and
man.
play.
You know what?
Yeah, he might not play the
here's
first
the
year,
thing.
but he's going to play.
And here's the big. You're in the big show. You're in the big time. You're a pro. That's what your fucking dream is.
Sign a 1-year contract.
Yeah.
And then with your contract, say after 1 year, I get the opportunity to get traded.
But I'm just saying, your whole objective from when you're a kid,
But then you
get the T-ball, and you get to go to high school, and you get to go to college. You're saying, I may make the big time, but chances are so rare. And then you're going to sit the fuck out. What are you, stupid?
It doesn't make any sense to me to.
If he signs the contract long term,
and you know he's going to get a commercial,
a ton of
Head
money.
and Shoulders commercial.
Yeah.
With that hair.
Oh yeah, with that. Yeah, he's
one
ugly.
He is.
Ugly.
Yeah, he is.
And his hair makes him worse. Hello.
Like we talked about, he's got a beautiful girlfriend.
Well, of course, because you know why? I mean, he's gonna have that check.
The money's coming.
He's gonna have
All
that
right,
check.
say we were single guys, all right, even at our age, we all decided. Well, I am single, but you guys said
Kevin says you can't.
I'm going to be single, and
Yeah, you
you're
probably
going to leave.
can.
You're leaving Marilyn, and you're leaving Davey, and then we went out and tried to go downtown, date a couple times, and you're saying, and these girls ain't interested in us. They're 30, 32 years old.
Yeah.
But then the following week we hit the soup. We hit.
Oh,
the
you hit the
Powerball.
lottery and it gets.
And then all these girls are around.
All of a sudden, you are the person I've been looking
Yeah,
for.
you're man.
my
You're
whole
handsome
life.
and glamorous, and I want that belly on you.
You're absolutely correct, Marilee.
What'd she say?
You're getting paid to play a freaking game, a game that anybody else would give.
That's right,
anything to
Marilee.
play.
Yep.
You know, any of these players that don't make the pros, don't make it through the combine, that want to do nothing but go to college,
Yeah.
they realize if you're a starter at a big school, you got a shot at the pros. If you're in a D2, whatever, and I can't even say that because Randy Moss went to Marshall. He played at a smaller school.
North Dakota. Those.
But he was at a bigger school, had problems, went to a smaller school, and they knew what they had. But Jerry Rice was a small school too, wasn't it?
Yep, yes, he was.
So
One of the
just
greatest of all
because you're a small, I think he's probably the best.
wide receiver of all.
Yeah,
God.
that guy was just. But he had
But you know what?
He had a quarterback that was.
Trevor, if you're listening,
Take our.
Take-
We hope you're
Yeah,
listening
yeah.
anyway.
take the money.
Football.
You're going to get the commercial. You, the guy from Pittsburgh, and Patrick Mahomes, you're going to get the Head and Shoulders commercial. That's another bonus.
Well, Marilee, he signed like a
he's
4-year
ugly.
contract,
He did. Yes.
and after he won the Super Bowl, he renegotiated for $500 million for 10 years.
And went out and did what?
He bought part of the Kansas City Royals and a Lamborghini
In a Lamborghini.
because he could.
Yeah. Now I wonder what he got in his driveway.
Well,
You know, it's more than one.
oh, you know it. I mean,
You know he has a super duper pickup.
He's a smart kid, though, man. He's an intelligent. When you listen to him talk, like Michael Jordan, they're articulate. They know it's not one of those.
They had good upbringing, good leadership.
good mentorship.
Yeah, yes, good mentorship.
And,
the
and
whole
a,
9 yards.
and a good agent.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, $500 million.
Jerry Maguire,
That unlike who in basketball?
the beard.
Yeah,
The beard
Harden,
turned down $50
$1 million a
million.
year.
He says, "I don't want to play with them. They're not,
I want to go to Jersey
win.
and play with Kevin Durant and
Yeah,
Kyrie Irving.
he says he'll take less and
Go
play
there.
with somebody that's going to go for the ring.
Wow.
Then
Like they offered him $50 million, and he said,
Yeah.
and that wasn't enough. He said, "No, I want to play for somebody that's going to
Yeah,
win
he
a
didn't want more
championship."
money. He just didn't want it.
He just didn't want. He wants to play
And,
for
and I
somebody.
have respect for
That's
that.
noble. That's
I
noble.
have respect for that.
When you're playing the game, whether it be baseball, hockey, any of those things, your goal is to play on a championship team.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Just
It's
so you
not-
want to get to the Super Bowl or the NBA championship or the
It's not the money.
yeah, no, it's the championship.
It is.
I want to win. Just like you're moving up to be a pro. Now you're a pro. Now let's win. Let's win the pinnacle.
Why do you think Nick Saban gets 3 5-star quarterbacks sign with him? You know,
Because he's going to win.
because he's going to win that ring, and that ring actually gets a college player looked at by the pros,
Yes.
whether they played or not.
Yeah.
USC is a good example of
It's,
that.
yeah. What's his name? Came out of there as a quarterback.
Didn't even start.
And went to the Jets.
Didn't even start.
Sanchez?
Yeah, Mark Sanchez.
Yeah. Matt Sanchez. Yeah,
Mark, right? Mark.
Mark.
Mark Sanchez.
Didn't even start.
No, and he's not. I don't even think he's playing anymore.
No, he has a business or something. Like I think he owns a car dealership.
They all own car dealerships.
Of course they do.
There's big money in it.
Oh, there is.
John Elway owned a ton of them.
Yeah,
in
he
Denver,
owns a ton. And then
in
he's
Denver,
what is he?
area.
The president of
He's the
Denver
general
Broncos?
manager
I
and
thought he was
football operations
Operation.
and something else.
Yeah.
For the Broncos.
Deuce McAllister invested in a bunch of car and kind of lost himself on that because they weren't paying for the stuff that they were supposed to pay.
I can't remember the guy's name, but we saw something on 60 Minutes one time. He played basketball for like 12 years. He was a sixth man. He had a decent career, but he did well with his money. He invested, did all that. So he started mentoring other basketball players coming up. And the guy owns like 400 Wendy's franchises.
Oh,
Yeah.
So he knew what he was doing.
yeah.
Because he said, I can't play basketball forever.
Nope.
I got to do something.
Yeah.
So
And that's
You
what
got
some of them
to
don't do.
invest in your future, and we hear this when you're
Million
young.
times, right?
When you're young and you got very little money, you're like, yeah, I know I got to invest in my future, but I got nothing
To
for
invest.
my present. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, sure.
So I can't do that. I was 18 years old. A financial expert told me if you sock away, $200 a month, by the time you're ready to retire from the military, you'll have $1 million in your bank account. And I'm looking at this, and we tried it, we scratched, we saved, but we always ended up raiding that savings account because
some rainy day came up.
we didn't have it.
Well, there was
Right.
a billion, and I didn't put this on it. There was a billionaire. I forgot what he owned, but he said he called it birthright or something like that. So anybody that's going
It's a
to
Chinese businessman, yes.
no, that was Andrew Long that said give everybody $1,000 a month. But this guy was an American, and he said give everybody that's born in the United States. It was like $6,120 something
Yeah.
at birth, and put it in
A savings account.
or something like futures or something
Yeah,
like a
By the
401k
time you're
type thing.
65, it'll be
And by the
worth.
time you're ready to retire, you'll have $1 million. Yeah, okay, $1 million. If somebody's born today, by the time they're 65, $1 million ain't gonna be enough to survive.
At that point in time, if everybody's doing that, then that $1 million is worth $100 right now.
Yeah, right.
Because everybody's got it. That's what they were talking about with.
But you can pay your bills.
With that, well, you might be able to, but what are your bills going to cost you? Because the cost of living at that point is based upon the income of the people.
Right.
We talked about the minimum wage rate. Everybody's going to get paid $15 an hour. Well, that's double the pay for some of these fast food joints.
But they're going to get everything free.
Who's going to end up paying for that?
We are, the consumer.
we, because a hamburger is now going to cost more money.
Yeah, it's going to be $10
But
instead
you
of
know,
$5.
you know something? Since I started this diet, I haven't been to McDonald's, Whataburger, I haven't been to any fast food in it's got to be almost 3 months.
Yeah. So
Easy.
when they started this
Don't do
the bailout of the banks and all this stuff, they
No,
said
they shouldn't have done
instead of doing that, give every tax-paying American $1 million. And some economists were saying that'd be great. You'd stimulate the economy and all this stuff. However, the cost of consumables would raise.
Oh,
It would go up because
Everything.
you got money now. So that Vizio TV that was $175 is now
$300.
or $500.
Yeah, right.
And
right.
how-
And how many people they're going to just, hey, I got it.
And how many people would waste that $1 million pretty fucking quick?
Real quick.
Absolutely.
There are people that would take that $1 million socket, set it aside and continue on with their life. And later on, maybe if the economy, became more,
Stable,
stable or
impressive, maybe.
maybe for them, that $1 million would mean something. But for the most part, what they were banking on is the average American gets $1, they spend $1.
Yep.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah.
I even if we won the
I do.
lottery, I would be happy with just winning just enough to get me to zero. Just get me to, and I'm only talking if all I have is my house payment, 2 car payments, and everything else is paid off, which I don't know much. I'd be happy.
Yeah.
I don't. $1 million would be nice. Yeah, it'd be nice. But if I want 200, I'd be happy. I pay everything off and still have money in the bank.
Yeah.
But
Well, guys,
we're good. I think
we're
we're
at 20
good.
the hour.
Yep, we went over 9 minutes and 29 seconds, and we still got 5 viewers.
Still hanging with us. How about
Actually,
that?
is that 8? 5 or 8?
8.
We got 8 likes on
Eight.
something that we said.
8 watching and
No, 5 watching.
5 watching and 8. Maybe that's
8
maybe
have
that's
given us a thumbs up where
maybe
they
that's
love what
or
we said.
YouTube. See, I don't know how to watch. I'm watching
Yeah.
YouTube, but I only see one person on YouTube.
Should I end it?
Yeah, Kevin's
All
actually
right,
hanging
from
with us.
Bones,
Thank you, Kevin.
Moore, and myself, Maverick, we wish you good night from Co Cigar here at 2420 Government Street. We bid you good night.
And we'll see you next week for our last show before Christmas.
Last show of the year.
Last show of the
We'll
year.
be back
Oh,
January.
God, I hope 2021 is better than.
Whew.
Dude,
Cut it.
It can't be any worse than this year.
Oh, don't say that.